I don't think talent today knows good from bad. I honestly believe, bro, that some of them actually believe what they're doing is good because they've never really done anything good.
I liked the Wyatt family vignettes. I did like that. And Wyatt Family debuted in 13, SummerSlam of 13, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It was Bray and Kane at the I think they had like an Inferno match at SummerSlam of 2013. So that was 9 years ago when they debuted, and they had like months of vignettes, probably 3 months full of vignettes with that, and I liked that. That was something.
Bro, the problem they made off the bat. Here is the problem they made off the bat. They did all those vignettes. These guys had a great look. The goat masks and all that stuff was absolutely tremendous. So all of a sudden now they show up. And these characters that you want us to believe is Deliverance, backwoods of wherever they are, you know, all of a sudden they knew wrestling moves.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Like, who was teaching them to wrestle in the hills of Arkansas? Right off the bat, bro, they didn't understand. Bro, these guys can't understand anything about wrestling. They can't understand rules. They don't know moves. They want to hurt people. Yep. That's why they're here. They don't even know what a referee stands for. But immediately, bro, okay, these guys show up and wait, they know all these wrestling moves? What, they go to Toots Mont School, bro?
Of course they did. Toots Mont School of Wrestling, man.
Toots have a school up in Arkansas, bro. Like,
yeah. Hey, they were dark and airy. I think they might have been mentored by the Black Scorpion, man.
Right. But right off the bat, I'm like, what are you doing, man? They shouldn't know how to wrestle.
Yeah. Interesting enough that you said that. So with all the vignettes, which were phenomenal.
Yes, they were. Yes.
It was really, really good.
Yes.
It reminded me of like a Waylon Mercy / I don't know if we'll get pinged from that, but a big popular cult leader, you know, back in the 70s who caused people to drink, you know, Kool-Aid and get poisoned. So that guy. So, and he reminded me of like a really evil, dark concoction of those two characters, right? One was real life, and then you have Waylon Mercy. And so, like, to me, it was like a cult type of person who was really bringing in people who were like misfits, you know what I mean? Who really was like a lower level of society trying to make ends meet. That was the feel to it. Now, with that, how they presented them, what do you think, other than the wrestling part, where do you think they dropped the ball on really making them like a very reputable top gimmick? Because to me, Bray Wyatt could have been world champ way before he won the championship, and it was supposed to be. I mean, it was a transitional championship, anyways. I think he won like Elimination Chamber or something like that, beat Cena, and then it lost to Orton. You know, like basically right after WrestleMania. Where do you think they went wrong there,
bro? There was nobody at that company who could write up to the level of Bray Wyatt. And if you can't write up to his level, you're gonna bring him down. Yeah. So, and what does bring him down mean? Bringing him down means over time, he becomes just another wrestler.
Right.
And that's what happened, bro. When you've got a guy whose level is so high and is so talented, as a writer, you've got to be there every single week, because if you're not, you start seeing this. And then you just got another wrestler on your hand. At the end of the day, by the time Bray Wyatt was done with his run, he was just another wrestler. And that was not Bray Wyatt's fault.
Yeah, even the Fiend though, like the Fiend was promising. Like, you know, I mean, just the creative prowess of Bray Wyatt is just really second to none. It really is, man. Yep. And like you said before, we've talked about this plenty of times. He's really the guy who makes writers' jobs so much easier.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because he's like, man, I've got this, I've got this, I've got that. And even the concept of the Fiend was like, whoa, like this is a whole, like he started off with the fun house. Like he started off having promos and vignettes about just being like just a fun-loving guy, you know, likable guy, a bit odd, a bit eccentric. And then he had like a very fun house character that just morphed into some type of alter ego that was super dark. And then when he debuted, and then he would have like weeks of like vignettes and like got to the point where he was the lights got off and it would turn on. He would do the whole back bend thing. And then, you know, debuting against Finn Balor at SummerSlam, it was just so promising. And then they just kept him losing. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Bro, I'm telling you, I really believe, I'm really convinced of this, bro. I'm really convinced that today's talent, bro, I really believe they don't know if something's a good idea or a bad idea. Like, bro, when I worked with the top names that I worked with, bro, I would write the show just like this by myself in front of my computer. That's where it all came from. You know what I mean? And the one thing was always on the forefront of my mind as I was actually writing the show was, I've got to present this show to them. I got to tell Mick what he's doing. I got to tell Taker what he's doing. Kane, you know, down the list. I've got to present them with what they're doing. Bro, I knew if I presented them with crapola, they would say to me, Vince, what are you doing? Like what? Like you seriously want us to, like, they would know, like, holy crap, this is good, or you know, it's okay. I don't think talent today knows good from bad. I honestly believe, bro, that some of them actually believe what they're doing is good because they've never really done anything good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? They've never really done something that was so tremendous, and all of a sudden you're handing us this. Yeah. But I remember, bro, as a writer, like as I'm writing it, like my first priority is I've got to present this to Steve. Yeah. I got to present this to Rock. This has to be good enough for them. Yep. That doesn't exist today, man.
WWE feels like it's an independent contracting company, but it feels like a bunch of employees coming together to work for the employer. That's what it feels like. Yes. It used to be a bunch of independent brands coming together for one big conglomerate. That's
way before my time too. Sure. Way before my time, bro. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, even back in the 80s, Hogan, Andre Studd, Bundy, you know what I mean? Like you had the names, Savage, you had a bunch of independent brands coming together for some really big mega presentation. It feels like WWE execs, the writers, and then everybody's in the pecking order. You have a bunch of just people working for the writers.
And bro, what do you have to say? Back then, when you're talking about all those guys, bro, they cared about one thing and one thing only. Who can we make money with? That's all they cared about, bro. Yes. Who can we make money? Bro, that's not even a thought today. That, bro, I'm telling you, it goes right back to our Raw reviews, Chris. The thought is we've got 3 hours to fill on Monday night. That's the thought. Like, that's it, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this here guy is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is Writing with Russo. Solo!